program. In front of you right now is the concert band, and we're going to be presenting 3 bands tonight out of order so we can get our students who are multitasking to their choir concert that starts at 7:30 at a different school. Anyway, but thank you to Sanaya, who's doing double duty in percussion and choir tonight as well. So we're going to present the concert band first, and when we're done performing, we will enjoy over here the honors band performance, because that's part of our grade to be good listeners. And then we'll have symphonic band. The concert band is free to be dismissed after the second band performs or stay and listen. If you could please take a moment to silence your cell phones. I'm glad that the babies are having a good time enjoying our music though. We don't need to silence them. My name is Robin Winter. I'm the director of the Cockrill Concert Band, and I present to you the Cockrill Concert Band in our winter program. We start with Christmas Proclamation. We're very fortunate in the unique situation to be blessed with incredible student teachers, and this semester has been no exception at all. Ms. Shepard comes to us from Texas A&M Commerce, and she's about to get her degree next weekend. spent a quarter of a semester with elementary music and came to us early October, and so has been working with all of our beginner classes, and in particular really hard with the concert band. So if you could please welcome, this is Miss Shepherd and her conducting debut with Siberian Sleigh Ride. Thank you for all your parental support. These students, I want to thank all of y'all in particular. It's been a wonderful time. I've been lucky that I've been able to select really amazing jobs, but it's really wonderful ending my career here at McKinney ISD at Cockrill Middle School with the amazing staff, high school, middle school, and the elementary schools that have fed into us. I've been so fortunate. I'm an emotional wreck. If you don't know personally, this is a little earlier than I planned. Anyway, my husband and I are moving to Galveston a week from today, and so I retire on Friday, and my daughter gets married in 3 weeks. So don't even guess my emotions right now, but I want to thank you. Y'all have been such a wonderful pillar of the society, the parents that support the band program, and I hope I've done justice with your children, and I thank you so much because I jump in my car and love this job. It's a really good feeling, and every day to come happy, and I tell them at least once a week that you should do this. I play band instruments all day, every period, and this is an amazing vocation, and so anyway, I hope that there are many of you guys that follow this footstep because this is just the start. It is so exciting in high school and in college and then doing what I'm doing, but thank you. I'd like to end the program tonight with if you're a Chicago fan, you're gonna dig this last piece. It's a combination of the Carol of the Bells and 25 or 6 to 4. I mean, what could get better than that? So we're gonna end with Bell Carol Rock, and then we're gonna enjoy the next band, Honors Band. Thank you so much.
Hello. Thanks for coming out. If you don't know me, I'm Kyle Weekman, head band director here at Cockrill Middle School. We've altered our normal concert schedule. This is the honors band in front of you. Normally symphonic band would be next. But one thing we're really lucky to do at Cockrill and really proud of is share kids amongst all our programs. And there's a choir concert tonight. And we've got a number of students in this band that are also in choir. So we're going a little earlier so they can get to their next concert. So we are going to start with our first piece. It's a fun little mashup called Hip Hop All the Way. So if you're at our fall concert, you probably remember us putting a lot of kids on the spot as they were preparing for a pretty big individual competition for our all-region auditions. That has since happened. We were lucky to have one of the highest number of placements in the region. We had 31 students placement into the all-region band, and very awesome. And I want to recognize them real quick. So if you can hold your applause so we get to the end of all 31 of them. But I'm going to have them keep standing when their name's called. So we're going to start in the back with Braxton Nicholson on percussion. Then we're going to have Micah Turrentine on tuba, Jonah Byram, Reese Anderson, and Enzo DeHitta on euphonium, Caden Washington, Zoe Chiango, and Aiden Spurrier on trombone, Joseph Santiago, Maylee Call, and Gio Guerra on trumpet, Lyndon Thomas, Ireland Spofford, and Evan O'Connor on French horn, Jonathan Ulrich on alto saxophone, Ella Downey on baritone saxophone, Crew Combe and Sophia Zotnik on bassoon. Then we had Rachel Edwards and Nico Harris on oboe. We had Gabby Varney, Kinsley Catoni, Sophia Elise, and Annabelle Harrison on clarinet. And we had Emery Haywood, Emma Garcia, Hannah Epperson, Claire Strader, and Leah Kreider on flute. And then there's two people I've skipped so far. Two of our members not only made it, but they placed as first chair in one of the most competitive regions in Texas, which means they get the bragging rights of being the best middle school player on their instrument right now, and that is Paloma Lopez Rosario on bass clarinet. And then he is not here tonight because he has the flu, but Mr. Nicholas Thompson on trumpet. So if you could give all these students a round of applause. All right, so with that said, there's something, as the world gets back more and more normal from the COVID-y times, there's a lot more band things that are back to normal. And I'm doing something I've actually never really done in my career. The Cockrill Band in the past has submitted to some pretty prestigious recording competitions, the Midwest Band and Orchestra Clinic, TMEA Honor Band, and we're gonna, for the first time in about 4 years, try and do that again. There's a couple rules related to that submission process, the biggest of which being you can't start any of the pieces for it until a specific date. That date was December 1st, which was last Thursday. And so nothing like having to play in front of an audience is a great motivational tool. The students received a piece that they're gonna make part of that recording process in the spring, and I figured this would be a fun project for you, the parents, to see. It's not what it's gonna be in the spring. They've worked really hard in about 4 or 5 days. You're going to hear it in its very early stages, and then you're going to get to hear it again in like late February and have a good reference point for whoa. So you're going to hear, we're about to play about half of John Philip Sousa's The Washington Post. If you don't know John Philip Sousa, he's kind of the grandfather of bands these days. He was born in 1854. He spent 2 stints of his life serving as a member of the United States Marine Band, one of those from 1880 to 1932. He was the conductor and composer in residence, and during that time he wrote 130 marches, which helped legitimize bands historically as a thing. Because of him, we get to do what we get to do. He's kind of synonymous with American music, and a lot of people have heard of him. And they are playing like one of his real marches with a bunch of 13-year-olds. It's great. So we're going to play for you what we call the first 2 strains of The Washington Post. So as always, I do want to thank everybody that helps make teaching wonderful students like this possible. Special thanks to our administration at Cockrill, Dr. Amber Epperson, Mr. Jay Cobb, Ms. Jenny Zorns, and Ms. Jenny Olivier, and all of our counselors and any other staff members. We definitely appreciate your support. Special shout out to our Boyd staff who's hosting us tonight, as well as having a booster club meeting, so they're running double duty, but thank you to them if any of them are in here. And a special thank you to our lesson teachers. The vast majority of the students you see on stage in this group are in private lessons, and we couldn't throw together half of a Susan marching through rehearsals if these kids didn't get that one-on-one attention that they get with those teachers. And lastly, thanks to you, the parents, for all of your support. As always, I'll say at every concert, we ask a lot of them, and we hopefully send them home in good spirits to practice new hard music. I like to tell them constantly that they can do hard things, and so when they get intimidating stuff, hopefully at this point they know they can go home and work on it, and it'll be less intimidating, and then it'll sound awesome the more they work on it. And then I'd like to thank one more person. And as I said at our beginner band concert last night, she's going to kill me for doing this. I'm trying not to make eye contact at her. Hopefully we've kept it secret from her in the front when you walked in. Hopefully you saw the sign and the little bull and cards acknowledging our very own Mrs. Robin Winter. Hopefully at this point you're all aware and you've heard that Mrs. Winter, after such a great career of making students their best, is retiring at the end of this semester, and Friday is her last day. She sat down in the band office and explicitly forbade me not to make a big deal about it, because she wants tonight, just like everything she does, to be about the kids and not about her. And so I'm going to keep my part brief and not totally trample on those wishes, but I can't stop Miss Gabby Varney.
Wanted to recognize her retirement. She has been such an amazing mentor and leader. She is just a great example, not just for us, but for the entire band program. We're sad that she's leaving and we'll miss her, but we hope you enjoy her retirement.
So if you didn't see, at the front when you leave tonight, there's a table set up, there's a glass jar and there's a spot. We tried to keep something simple for her, but if you, actually, the few of you can see, I recognize some high school students that are former Cockrill students. But if you as a parent, or if any of the students still in the audience or up on stage, have a memory or well wishes that you'd like to share with this winner, there are cards out there. Feel free to fill them out and put them in the jar. We'll make sure she gets those tomorrow. She'll have to go home with a big glass jar full of stuff. One more thing to move, I'm sorry. But she's been, from me, I'll keep it short, she's been great. This is only my third year at Cockrill. And one of the first people I met was her. And she did a great job of showing me that it's not just about teaching the kids to be really good at their music, but trying to make sure that I'm caring for them and sometimes pushing them when they need it and making sure they're, always trying to be their best, and showing a lot of patience sometimes when they decide to be 12-year-olds about what we're working on. And so I've definitely loved working with her in the short time I've gotten to work with her, and I wish her the best in her retirement myself. And so let's give her one more round of applause, please. Honors Band is going to finish. You'll notice a theme tonight with all three bands. Concert band played Bell Carol Rock. We definitely did end up doing this by plan. We are going to end with our version of Bell Carol. This is called the Ukrainian Bell Carol. Thank you for your patience. They have some off-stage things they had to prepare for later. So our final group tonight is the Symphonic Band under the direction of Mr. Matthew Hart.
Testing. Okay. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Couple just real quick announcements. First of all, we're going to have a real quick set change. We're going to do a little feature here in a second. It's going to feature our percussion. So we're going to be coming to set up the percussion equipment up here at the front for the parents who never get to see their kids because they're always hiding in the back. Before we do this, though, I do want to acknowledge a few students. Back in November, we had our all-region auditions. And Honors Band it was a requirement that Honors Band get auditioned at it. But we had several students who were in Symphonic Band who did go ahead and take the challenge and went and tried out. If you were one of the students that tried out for All Region, would you please stand? In all of that, they competed against some of the best students in the region here, and we had one student who actually got to make the all-region band, and that was Mr. Braden Myers. Braden, if you would please. All right. Before we perform our last piece, we're going to kind of continue a theme that was carried on throughout the rest of the group. Concert band began with played a piece called Bell Carol Rock. Honors band played Ukrainian Bell Carol, and we're going to end our concert with African Bell Carol. This is, like I said, this will get a chance to feature our percussion. Hope you enjoy. Thank you very much.